The Iran nuclear deal up close and personal now with the good, the bad, and the ugly. First, the good. That deal temporarily freezes Tehran's nuclear program as Iran vows not to run its planned plutonium reactor for 6 months. The bad, here we go. Enrichment of uranium is capped but not frozen or rolled back, and that could leave Iran closer to a breakout for a bomb. And Iran's plutonium reactor will not be operational for at least a year, so suspending that operation for 6 months could be meaningless. To the experts now, Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters, Fox News strategic and military analyst. How are you, Colonel? Good morning to you. I want to get your reaction on the good and the bad, then I'll put up the ugly in a moment. Go.
Well, this is pathetic. It's a really, really bad deal. We get nothing from Iran, nothing. The New York Times headlines yesterday was, halts Iranian's nuclear program. It didn't halt anything. It's basically allowing Iran to consolidate the gains it's already made, catch its breath, and prepare for the great leap forward, the next leap forward. And the really most preposterous thing about it all is it's not a legal contract. It's not even a serious deal, because we allow Iran to interpret their way and we interpret our way. It's basically for hometown consumption. And the one thing that is absolutely indispensable, Bill, intrusive, unannounced inspections don't happen. We get to put a couple cameras around a couple of sites. Don't get to revisit the sites themselves, but we get to go and check the film and the cameras. Again, if anybody can tell me what Iran really gave up here in return for us loosening the sanctions, giving them an economic lifeline, and allowing them to prepare to move forward with their nuke program, I'm willing to listen.
You know, that point about inspections is very interesting. I had the impression over the weekend, they give you the impression that these inspectors are going to have free rein 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now to the ugly. The deal legitimizes Iran's status as a nuclear threshold state. So Iran goes nuclear at some point, and then the rest of the Middle East follows.
Well, you know, I don't think any serious person who pays attention to this situation has believed that Obama was going to defend Israel against the advent of Iranian nuclear weapons. You know, Bill, a tragedy here is that both Obama and Secretary Kerry desperately want to go down in history as great men. But they don't realize that to achieve greatness, you can't do it at just any cost. And so what we have are really tiny little men in great big suits, sort of like David Byrne back in his Talking Head days. And they're betraying our allies in pursuit of a headline, yes, to get Obama and Kerry off the front page for a day or two, but also to establish a legacy. And their legacy is going to be the betrayal of Israel and our other supposed allies throughout the Middle East.